What's the only thing worse than a stalker? A stalker who's chasing you via car while also being drunk. And that is today's video. A woman finds herself being chased by a stalker. Why? Who knows? This is a complete stranger. The only interaction these two have ever had is in between the tinted glass of her fucking car. And yet for some reason this guy's following her. In fact, in order to get him off of her tail, it literally takes one of her friends having to throw him off the trail in order for her to escape. But she doesn't just go. No, she goes straight to the police station, and her friend leads the stalker back to the same police station, which is crazy because if he wasn't a drunk stalker, you'd think he'd recognize the full parking lot of police cars in front of the police station, and then he would see that as a red flag. But I mean, at that point, it's too late anyway. Do we have a description?
Yeah, he's right here.
Right where?
No, that's him.
That's him?
Yeah, he's been following her for like the last like 2
Got the white guy and all that Camaro.
But her battery's died.
What?
Bro, don't let me.
No. What's going on?
I thought her battery's dying. That's why I was.
At all.
No, for the bar. That's it. I'm not stalking her or anything. I thought she said earlier her battery died.
What bar did you
How
come
do
from?
you know that?
I thought she was going to her parents' house, and I was just. I thought I was doing the right thing.
I thought her battery died because I followed her from the bar. I'm not stalking her. I'm a nice guy. This guy's all hands. That's the one calling card for any drunk person, is that this guy is totally overacting. He's overcompensating. He's trying to use all of these hand movements to signify that he's coherent and that he can enunciate a full sentence. He's doing that thing that really pisses me off about media-trained executives in corporate America, where they do this thing where every fucking time they address the public, "Hi, I'm Tim Cook, and here at Apple, we like to innovate," which is why we're introducing a feature from 2013 that Android had, and we're claiming it as our own because we here at Apple, we like to innovate, we like to move forward. It's that dumbass shit that makes people look so stupid, but they do it every time they're on camera. Ugh, I'm going off on a tangent. Point is, he's obviously drunk because what do you mean you thought her battery died? What gave you the impression that the car running, the car moving, her driving gave you the impression that her battery was somehow dead? And he's coming up with lies too, saying he met her at like a bar, which is just not true, as you'll find out soon. Luckily, none of these cops are buying that shit. This absolute loser was totally gonna follow that woman home, and I don't know what he would have done.
Turn your car off.
No?
Yeah. We're gonna turn your car off.
No, you're not.
And drink.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Do you wanna do?
Here's what I want to ask. All right. No. I need to talk with you. Okay. You're already here. You're on our campus. I have to ask you. Okay. Would you be willing to conduct some field sobriety exercises to try to cause me to believe that you are not impaired while driving? This would go to your benefit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a no. And also, I like how this cop was trying to give him the opportunity. You know he's drunk. You smell the alcohol as much as anybody. Why do you need to go through this? I love embarrassment rituals when they're conducted on assholes like this as much as the next guy. But this is point. You know he's drunk. We all know he's drunk. I'm not there, and I could smell the alcohol through the screen. Arrest him already. And if not that, he's been stalking someone. So I mean, do you want to maybe take this opportunity to prove to me that you aren't drunk? Go ahead, dance for me, little monkey. Prove to me that you shouldn't go to jail today, is what I heard.
Would you be willing to conduct some field sobriety
You can
exercises?
No, I'm not moving.
No, it's Fourth Amendment.
No,
You
it's
can
no,
do
it's
it.
not. It's not.
No, no, no.
Stop.
Don't.
God damn it, you just broke into my phone.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Definitely did not.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Let's get you sitting up. Come on.
Can I have my shoe?
Yes.
Look.
Stand up, put your shoe on.
No, just looking.
Come on.
Talk to me for a second. Bro, I'm not a bad guy.
You're not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're a bad guy, brother.
I mean,
Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. Just another drunk, entitled white man who switches up on the police the second he's the one being arrested. Bro went from the silent treatment to, "I'm not a bad guy. I didn't do anything wrong. This is all unnecessary." Just because I'm committing a crime technically doesn't mean that you need to treat me like a criminal. God, that's fucked up, guys. You guys are bad cops. You're treating me, a white man, as if I was black. I mean, as if I was a criminal. He's like, I'm not a bad guy. Yeah, you're just a guy who follows women for some reason. Or even if he doesn't know, even if he didn't know that was a woman because the windows are tinted, he was clearly following a car that he was having a road rage incident over. You know, a nice person would have just let it go. But even as he's being arrested, all of that goes out of the window too, because he's like a complete nuisance for these officers the entire time that he's getting arrested. They don't have to do that much work, mind you. They're already at the police station. He was lured into the police station like a rat to some cheese. So all they have to do really is walk him inside and book him. But for some reason, he takes it upon himself to be the most difficult inmate ever, which only is going to help his sentence, and it's totally not going to prolong his stay in this police station. No. He's just going to get him exactly what he wants. Being a dickhead is the only way to get what you want in this world. My great-great-grandfather told me that right after he beat the shit out of me.
It's not necessary. You let me go?
We're not letting you go right now at this point.
But hold on. Listen to me. Just listen to me.
Yeah, I got him.
Just listen to me. I'm not going anywhere.
I know you're not going nowhere.
Stop.
Where are we coming from today, bud?
Dispatch says you call 37, switch to
Girl's house.
Girl's house?
I can't even give you the address. I don't
Okay,
know.
no, that's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, he wouldn't know her, man. She goes to a different school. I mean, she's in a different city. Yeah, I was totally coming from a girl's house, man. I can't even tell you the address. Can't even tell you what she looks like. Can't even tell you if she was really a woman. But I was at that house. I stick my dick in something.
Explain
sorry, man.
to me. I want to hear your side of the story. We got you in cuffs right now at this point. We need to know, why are you following this girl?
I didn't think it was that way. I really didn't think it was that way. Because she told me, she goes, come to my house. Now, and if I misunderstood it, that's my fault.
Okay.
I was not stalking her. That's
All right, well,
that's not the dude I am. It's not.
it is what it is.
If
All
you're
right.
not interested, if you're not interested,
If you got your side keys, let's go in from the sideway and get them into the booking area.
I'm sorry, man. Hey,
Come on.
I get it, man.
stop,
Trust me,
stop,
I don't,
please.
Come on.
Please stop.
We're going this way.
I don't take anything.
I'm not going.
We're going this way. Come on.
Really, I'm not. Why? Unnecessary. It's really unnecessary.
Sit down. Sit.
Just take a seat, please.
Thank you.
Burn, why do you gotta be so?
Just take a seat. Relax. It's okay.
That's a lawsuit right here.
What?
It's a lawsuit.
It's a badge.
No, it's a lawsuit.
No,
It's a lawsuit.
Scooch over, buddy. Right there.
I'm not gonna let him do it. I'm gonna make him work for it.
Steve.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
Let's not do this, all right?
I'm not moving. He's the one that's being an. Yeah, you are. You really are.
Okay.
You're a Samoan with a little ding dong.
You leave The Rock out of this, goddammit. How dare you speak ill of Dwayne Johnson like that? Oh, wait, he was talking about the cop. Okay, never mind. So we can add racist to this guy's resume. Something told me that he was going to be racist. Maybe it was the fact that he's a drunk white man dealing with colored cops. But speaking of race, I thought that he was chasing a white woman, which is also bad. It doesn't change anything about the situation. However, the woman that he was stalking is not white. Something tells me his interaction with this woman was a little racially motivated. I don't know. I'm just saying. All we do knows is he was stalking this woman and followed him to a police station. So now we get to hear what actually happened, what her side of the story is.
What transpired?
Okay, I was at a stoplight.
Okay.
Right? So I was sitting there, and then so I left a gap, like, because there was a little like out road right there, and you know how you're supposed to like leave a gap so the cars can get through. And so he like came really close to my car and just like got in front of me, and I looked and I was like, what the heck? I didn't say anything to him. My windows were up and I had my like shades on. So I was like, okay, whatever. The light turned and I was gonna turn anyways, like down the road. And so I got in the what is this, left turning lane. And so I pulled up, and he like was going in the straight lane still. So I like pulled around him, and then I was looking and I was like, what the heck? And so I was like, and then I seen him like moving, and I was like, he gotta be drunk because nobody just like pulled like that kind of move.
Is there anything that stood out to you about him possibly intoxicated?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, well,
okay. So on the count, he was like moving weird, like
just moving weird.
Okay, and
Okay.
then when I went down, so I turned right, and I texted her. I was like, okay, f him, like I'm turning, like I'm not worried about it. I was like, somebody just cut me off, and I was like, it's whatever. So
Sure.
I turned, and then when I seen him, so then he got out of the straight lane to turn because I seen him a few minutes after, or like a few seconds after, and I was going, and then he was like we got to another stoplight and he turned around. I think it was like Twisted Tea or something. I don't know, but he had something like some kind of drink and he was reaching back to get another one and he was drinking it.
What color was the can?
It looked yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it looked like. And so then he was drinking something, I don't know.
Yes.
And then as we were going straight, mind you, like I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like, so I'm starting to speed up a little bit, and he's speeding, and he's hitting the curbs, like full on hitting the curbs, and I'm like, okay. So then that's when I call her. I'm like, this dude is like drunk or like on drugs or something.
Sure,
like,
sure.
And so I'm now at this point I'm like speeding. I'm getting like anxious because like now I'm like trying to go in and out of like lanes like and like to see if it's like am I just tripping or is he actually following me? And so mind you, no, we didn't speak. We didn't even make eye contact this whole time. Mind you, like I have on my sunglasses. So then I get to a point and I'm like, I take off my sunglasses. Like, okay, he's actually following me. So I try to get like some kind of description, but his windows are kind of tinted. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just keep going straight, and then I turn again on 41.
Okay.
So I turn on this road and at the Wawa by the Wawa at the corner, and so I turn left again, and then I'm like. At this point, I'm basically speeding down the road. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I'm going to phone with her, and she's like, okay, well, I send her my location. She comes, and then she's like, and then, yeah. So, and I'm just speeding all the way here. And then I got here, and then he was, like, still following. And he, like, oh, we stopped at another stoplight, and he almost hit some bikes. Like, I got in front of the, like, motorcycle person, and, like, he almost hit them. He was honking at them to, like, move out of the way.
Okay.
Or, I don't know. That's what
All right.
Well, that sounds terrifying. You can just tell this woman was built for spilling tea. The fact that she has on so many bracelets, again, with the arms moving. People love to talk with their arms moving. And she apparently likes the sound of her bracelets jingling when she does it. Yeah, so according to her, they've never met ever. No, this interaction didn't even happen outside of a car. So for him to say that she invited him back to her place, and that's why he was following her, is just absolute bullshit. Complete stranger literally stalking a innocent random person. So then she explains to the officer how her friend ended up helping her get away from this absolute weirdo.
So your friend all of a sudden then came up, and then I saw the Camaro,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
All I got was, hey, there was a guy chasing me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I'm looking for other than I just went out there looking for a guy, and then there was nobody. So then when I get out there, then I see your friend roll up,
Yes.
and then she's like, yo, it's this dude.
Yeah.
So how
She, like-
how did he get behind her?
So
Like,
she-
where did the delay happen? That's what I'm
So
trying to
right
figure out.
down there at like the racetrack, I think that is.
So at
a little bit
Pearl?
farther down.
Okay, so yeah,
So-
a little bit further
Yeah, like
past the racetrack.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
that's
way.
fine.
She seen me because I sent her my location. I'm like, I don't know. What
Yeah,
to do.
yeah, yeah.
So she seen me
Yep.
and she like.
So she turned
met,
around.
Yeah, she met with me like, and then like she intercepted kind of and like got yeah.
Okay.
The funniest part about that is that she and her friend aren't even driving remotely the same car. These are two different colored cars. The Dodge intercepted the Camaro, but the Dodge doesn't look anything like the Mercedes. So this guy was so drunk that the first car that came to distract him, he was like, oh, I guess it's that one. Oh, their friend like drove in between them. Like they're both going this way on the highway. Their friend intercepts in between the car. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, what? She made a turn. Oh. And then he's following the friend. How the fuck does that work? These cars look nothing alike. The only similarity is that they're both tinted, so I guess you wouldn't be able to see who's in them. Bro is so drunk he can't even track down the one car he wants to follow. I have to ask, did he even really want to stalk her? Was he just following any random lady that he saw? I guess it doesn't really matter. At this point, he's going to jail. So all the while that lady is giving her testimony to that cop, our little stalker outside is having his own side adventure with the other two cops that arrested him. And for some reason, he's really itching. He's really itching to fight that one cop who arrested him.
Stop.
See,
Stop.
now,
Relax.
see what he wants to do? See?
Okay. We have to search. It's simple as
He
that.
can search it.
Fine.
You're not fucking touching me.
Just
You've already done it twice.
You want gloves?
You've already done it. You've already lost your fucking job.
Okay. Come on.
Bro, stop. Stop. The fuck is the matter with you?
Go on.
Hey. Hey. Stop. Stop.
Take the cuffs off.
Stop.
Let's play.
Hey. It's not worth it right now.
But eventually they did get him booked, and he was charged with 3, count 'em, 3 charges. Driving under the influence, driving while having the knowledge that his license was suspended, by the way, which we didn't even talk about. He's driving drunk with a suspended license. Yeah, we really dealing with the sharpest tool in the shed here. And resisting an officer without violence. And also, according to the video, this is his second DUI. You know, I hear if you get a third one, you get 50% off your taxes. So yeah, another chud ruining his fucking life. I don't even know why. Really for no reason, I guess. People like this just can't help themselves. I mean, this is his second time getting a DUI. I can only imagine in a few months he'll get his third. Being this loser must be punishment enough. Living his own life must be its own hell. But I'm glad nobody got hurt, especially anybody unlucky enough to be in his path while he was driving drunk. But it all ended well. He's going to jail now. But that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.